I'm speaking in regard to item 1. I began speaking out about the climate crisis after watching my town lose 69 homes in 2018, and that's when Bushfire Survivors for Climate Action formed to give a voice to those who understand how savage the impacts of climate-fuelled bushfires already are. This year's fires threatened my home for 6 weeks, and in my shire alone, 400 more homes and 2 lives are now lost. There was an out-of-control burn 6 kilometres from my house only last week. I want to make it clear I will never feel completely safe at home again. Now, at last year's AGM, in response to questions about QBE's willingness to underwrite polluting oil and gas, both the chairman and the CEO insisted that the new energy policy was a living document. Mr Becker said we'll continue to assess QBE's climate and energy policies for tar sands, gas, oil, etc., and insisted that the policy could change tomorrow. We're a year later with no change, and considering the last 12 months have included the worst bushfire season in Australia's known history, why has nothing changed? Now, I spoke to several board members after the last AGM, and they had tears in their eyes when they heard the stories of my community. It leaves me wondering if they were just crocodile tears, and if QBE's energy policy is still a living document, or whether it has died due to neglect. Thank you.
Ms Dodds, firstly, can I just express my great concern for you and for your community. I've seen firsthand the devastation that bushfires can cause and the disruption to our lives, and I certainly understand your concern that because of bushfire you cannot feel totally safe at home any longer. And I'm very sorry about that. Our energy and our climate action plan are living documents, and we continue to look at that. I mentioned during my remarks and in terms of the answer to the previous question that we do take into account the exposures that we are facing, and we try to apply ESG considerations to everything that we underwrite. And also, as Pat said, we apply those same considerations in terms of the investments that we make. We believe that, importantly, mitigation and community preparedness is something that also needs to be brought into this whole equation, and it's why we make significant contributions to our community partners, Red Cross and Save the Children, to try to ensure that that we are there not just after the event, but also that there can be work on that mitigation and preparedness. So, as I said, I empathise with you and with the issues that you and your community have had to go through over the course of the last couple of years, and I hope that the coming bushfire season is a respite for all of us.
So, can I just add, there is no way that we can mitigate in a way that will protect my house from the next fire, and if I have to come to the next AGM with no house, heaven help us all.